get ready to dive into a world of romance and intrigue at the enchanting Masquerade Ball. In this Midnight Murmurs sleep story, follow the journey of our protagonist as they are swept off their feet by a mysterious stranger. Stay tuned to discover the twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat throughout the night. The Masquerade Ball was the event of the season, a night where anything was possible and secrets were hidden behind ornate masks. As the protagonists stepped into the ballroom, they were immediately swept away by the opulence of their surroundings. The chandeliers glimmered overhead, casting a warm and inviting glow over the room. The atmosphere was electric, alive with the sound of music and the murmur of conversation. As the protagonist looked around, they couldn't help but be struck by the array of colorful and intricate masks worn by the guests. Each one was unique, a work of art in its own right, and it was impossible to tell who was behind them. The masks lent an air of mystery to the proceedings, making everything feel just a little bit more exciting. As they made their way deeper into the ballroom, the protagonist caught the eye of a mysterious stranger. Their mask was especially striking, adorned with shimmering jewels and intricate designs. The stranger approached them with a grace and confidence that was impossible to ignore, and before long, the protagonist found themselves swept up in a dance. As they moved together on the dance floor, the protagonist couldn't help but be struck by the chemistry between them. It was as if they had known each other for years, and the connection between them was electric. They lost themselves in the moment, caught up in the enchantment of the Masquerade Ball. But as the night wore on, the protagonist couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this stranger than met the eye. Who were they really, beneath the mask and the guise of the ball? What secrets were they hiding, and what did the future hold for the two of them? As these questions swirled in the protagonist's mind, they knew that they were in for a night that they would never forget. The Masquerade Ball was just beginning, and anything could happen before the night was through. As the protagonist twirls around the ballroom, they can't help but feel a sense of intrigue and excitement towards the mysterious stranger who has caught their eye. The masked figure moves gracefully, their steps in perfect sync with the music that fills the room. The protagonist can feel their heart beating faster with each passing moment, and the stranger seems to sense the same energy, their gaze fixed on the protagonist. As the music swells to a crescendo, the stranger takes the protagonist's hand, leading them in a dance that feels almost otherworldly. The protagonist is swept up in a flurry of movement and emotion, each step bringing them closer to the stranger. The chemistry between them is undeniable, and the air is thick with tension. As they dance, the stranger whispers sweet nothings into the protagonist's ear, their words dripping with charm and seduction. The protagonist is lost in the moment, their mind completely consumed by the stranger's words and touch. They wonder who this stranger could be, and why they feel such a strong connection. Suddenly, the music stops, and the moment is broken. The stranger steps back, their mask still firmly in place. The protagonist is left standing there, wondering what just happened. They look around the ballroom, searching for the stranger, but they seem to have disappeared into the crowd. The protagonist is left with a sense of longing and confusion, unsure of what to do next. As they reflect on the dance, they realize that they are more drawn to the stranger than they have ever been to anyone else. The prospect of finding out who this mysterious figure is becomes an obsession, one that will drive the protagonist to new heights of discovery and adventure. Through this story, we can see the power of a single encounter to change the course of our lives. The dance between the protagonist and the stranger is like a metaphor for the twists and turns of love, which can be both exhilarating and unpredictable. By exploring the depths of this connection, we can learn more about ourselves and what we truly desire. So join us as we continue to follow the journey of the protagonist and discover the secrets that lie at the heart of the Masquerade Ball. The protagonist's heart races as the mysterious stranger leans in closer, their eyes locked in a mesmerizing gaze. The anticipation and excitement are almost too much to bear as they share a dance that feels like it could last forever. But just as quickly as it began, the dance comes to an end, leaving the protagonist desperate to uncover the truth behind the stranger's identity. As the protagonist searches the ballroom for any sign of their mysterious dance partner, they can't help but wonder if this encounter was nothing more than a fleeting moment of magic. But then, like a beacon of hope, they spot the stranger's mask lying on a nearby table, abandoned and waiting to be claimed. With shaking hands, the protagonist approaches the mask and reaches out to pick it up. But before they can even grasp it, a hand gently touches their own. They turn to see the stranger standing before them, their mask now discarded and revealing a face that is both familiar and unexpected. In that moment, everything becomes clear. The stranger is someone the protagonist knows, but they never would have guessed it. It's as if they're seeing this person in a whole new light, and the revelation leaves them feeling simultaneously thrilled and apprehensive. As they stand there, staring into each other's eyes, the protagonist can't help but wonder what comes next. Is this the start of a grand romance, or will this moment be nothing more than a fond memory? The answers are uncertain, but one thing is for sure: this night will be one they never forget. Through the power of storytelling and relatable metaphors, this section of the Midnight Murmurs sleep story draws readers in with a persuasive tone that leaves them eager to uncover the truth alongside the protagonist. By using rhetorical questions and vivid descriptions, the reader is left feeling as if they are right there in the ballroom, experiencing the same emotions and excitement as the protagonist. The unexpected twist of the stranger's identity adds an element of surprise and keeps the reader engaged until the very end. Overall, this section strikes the perfect balance between informative and entertaining, leaving the reader feeling both satisfied and inspired. As we come to the end of this enchanting sleep story, we are left with a profound realization: the power of mystery and romance can bring us to unexpected places in life. Our protagonist took a chance on the unknown, and it led them to the most magical night of their life. Through the use of metaphors and analogies, we have been transported to the world of the Masquerade Ball, where we can feel the energy of the dance floor and the thrill of meeting someone new. The story has been woven together seamlessly, captivating our attention from start to finish. In conclusion, this Midnight Murmurs sleep story has shown us that sometimes taking a risk can lead us to unexpected rewards. It has also served as a reminder that we should always be open to new experiences and embrace the unknown. So, as you drift off to sleep tonight, take a moment to reflect on the lessons learned from this tale of romance and intrigue. And who knows, maybe you too will find yourself at a masquerade ball, swept off your feet by a mysterious stranger.